Alrighty, it is 3:37 in the morning. It's now storming. It's thundering. I just saw lightning, and I think it's raining. I could hear rain earlier, but I can't right now, so I'm not 100% sure. But if you're new here, I absolutely hate storms. I cannot stand them at all. But before the storm, I was making relatively okay progress on the time stopper. I gotta start a timer here real quick, and then I'll show you. 1,447 words so far today, which isn't terrible compared to how it has been, especially at this point in the morning. I'm still having issues with the knuckles on this hand more than the knuckles on this hand, which is a little weird, but whatever. I think it's because it's my dominant hand and it's the one that I've been taking notes with for Lost City of Z, like the handwritten on the note card notes. But I don't know for certain. But I'm still getting somewhere on the time stopper. I'm slowly closing in on 35,000 words. But progress is definitely going to slow down now that it's storming. I don't work well when there's thunder. I don't work well when there's lightning. Rain by itself isn't quite as bad, but everything together is pretty terrible for me when it comes to working situations. Thunder makes my heart race. I don't even know why. It's not because it's a loud sound or anything like that, or I suppose it probably is, although like fireworks don't bother me. I think it's just because storms increase my anxiety, and I don't like that, for obvious reasons. But I'm gonna do what I can. I'm considering turning on the PlayStation or the Xbox, and going from there. The Xbox is more likely, because if we lose power, even temporarily, it can really hurt the PlayStation's feelings. And the Xbox doesn't, delete all of your saved data if it turns off improperly, which is something. But we'll see. I'm still going to do my best to work on the time stopper, in between staying warm and keeping my hands warm, and in between just dealing with the storm. But yeah, we'll go from there. I think I'm also going to film a Camp Nano video super quick, just so that way it's filmed, and then go from there. But looking for my found it. Couldn't find my stylus. But that is the plan. I'm going to work on the time stopper, see what happens. Tomorrow, or today, I suppose, later on in the day, I'm finally going to get on the computer. I haven't been on it all week yet so far. There's just been nothing that I've needed to do on it. There's an online thing that I need the desktop for, that's like Photoshop, but it's free, and it has the ability to edit smart images, so I'm going to see if I'm able to get that to work with a book mock-up, so that way I can make the mock-ups for Ashes in the Light, so that way I can do the cover reveal, so that way I can do the unboxing, and so that way I don't have to be super secretive about the covers anymore, because I'm very, very proud of the covers, and I want to go through everything with you guys, but I cannot do that until I have the mock-ups in place. I have that mock-up, and I have this one, but I think I'm going to go with the first one. Maybe. There you go. But we'll see. But either way, I'm going to get back into writing here in a few after I film another Camp Nano video. In between all of that, I am also editing videos and uploading videos. Every time that one uploads, I'm doing my best to start the upload on another one, and I will continue to do that so long as I have internet. Trying to get caught up on all of the work in progress videos, because I'm currently filming a video for March 13th, and I haven't uploaded a single video for any of the work in progresses that occurred in February. Working on it though. So I'm going to get into all of that, and I will update you guys at some point when I have another update to give. I don't know when that will be, but I'll see you then. Alrighty, it is 9:18 in the morning, and I'm recording on my phone because my iPad is in the living room charging. I have finished making the cover mock-ups of Ashes in the Light, and I've made the promo stuff for Twitter for after I do the cover reveal. So it has the title, a little tagline, and March 26th as the date that it's coming to Amazon, which is still the plan. I need to do a few things with the ebook and what I plan to do for the ebook first, but then we should be good to go. So I did mock-ups for the normal cover, and I did mock-ups for the large font cover. All very fun stuff. But I'm going to upload all of those to Google Photos, and then I am going to go back into the living room and work on the time stopper some more. I did make a little bit of progress, but obviously I'm on my phone right now, so I don't know how much progress. That is where I record said progress, so I can't look at it until after I'm done filming here. But I don't think I made a lot. I know that my knuckles have been very, very tough all morning. My wrists have been killing me all morning. I can feel it in my elbows. I can, especially this arm. I don't know what is up with my right arm right now. I can feel it in my elbows. I can feel it in my shoulder. It's insane. It's painful. But you know, doing what I can to still accomplish things without completely pushing myself way past my limits. But I am going to upload all of these to Google Photos, and then I'm going to go back into the living room and work on the time stopper some more, at least as much as I can until I'm tired. I don't know how much that will be, again, mostly because of my knuckles and whatnot. I might take a break and do some video gaming at some point, see what happens. But otherwise, I have finally taken a step in the right direction and gotten some stuff done for Ashes in the Light, so that is a plus. I might do some ebook stuff tonight. I might finally look into that and see if I should do the images or ignore the images and just do normal ebook layout or whatever. But we'll get into that later. For now, I just want to see if I can get any more writing done. So I'm going to do all of that, and then I will update you guys presumably one more time before I go to sleep, as long as I actually manage to accomplish something. Hey guys, it is 11:45 in the morning, and my wrist and my knuckles are absolutely killing me, my wrist especially. I've been wearing my brace since I came back out here after I did some book cover mock-ups. But I'm about ready to go lay down, so I've taken it off so that way when I get back to my room I can switch to my night brace, which is more or less like this, but it's longer, and it, like this, has a flexible splint sort of thing in it, and the other one is padded more. It also has a splint in it, but the padding on the inside is much thicker. Keeps your wrist stabilized, helps with the pain a little bit, but it's less painful to sleep in. Fun times. But I did write some more in the time stopper despite that. I ended up with 3,037 words for the day in total so far. When I wake up, I'm planning on working on it again if things go well. With the way my wrist feels, I imagine I'm going to be confined to a brace for a while again. The last time I was in a brace, it was for several weeks, and I believe it was after I took a really bad fall with my dog and landed on my hand and caught myself on my wrist. I've always had wrist issues, but I think that was the last time I was in a brace for any extended amount of time. But it does make it difficult to type. It does make it difficult to work. It is my dominant hand. I need it for sketching. I need it for taking notes. I need it for typing. I need it for just about everything that I do. But I'm doing my best to make progress without pushing myself and without harming myself. Because that's not the goal. So, yeah. We're pretty much just going to try and meet the daily word count every day without totally ruining my wrist before Nano. It seems that something always happens to one of my hands right before a Nano happens, but here we are. So I am going to lay down. I'm not tired, but there's no point in staying out here with the birds and listening to them be annoying when I can't even type. So I'm going to go lay down, if nothing else, and see if I can't fall asleep and see what happens from there. I don't know how sleep will go, because usually when I'm in pain, sleep is even worse than usual. So we'll see, and when I wake up, we'll see if I can get some more writing done, or some sketching, or something. But if I accomplish anything else, I will give you guys an update at some point, either before midnight or shortly thereafter. Hopefully. Hey guys, it is 2:13 in the morning on the 14th. but I'm gonna run through what I did yesterday real fast. So after I woke up, which I didn't wake up until sometime after 7, was not the intention. I woke up multiple times throughout the afternoon and into the evening, but none of those times I ever wanted to actually get out of bed and stay awake. So I just ended up sleeping past my alarms because I kept dismissing them, which is my bad, but here we are. So I did write a little bit more in the time stopper, not a lot. I wrote another 494 words, which brought my total for the day to 3,531, and it brought my total for the time stopper altogether so far to 37,044 words. Still confined to my brace. The nighttime brace really helped. My hand felt a little bit better when I first woke up, but once I started using my hand, it was pretty much worthless, and I went right back to the brace. But I did a little bit of typing. That's about it. Mom and I watched TV, and then we watched Parks and Recreation. So I didn't do a lot, but that's okay. I had already met my word goal, so it's pretty much whatever. But I'm doing my best. Right now I'm working on editing videos. I'm actually exporting tomorrow's gaming video, which would be a Friday. You definitely won't see this video by then, but I'm working on it. I'm slowly working on editing all the work in progress videos and all the Camp Nano videos and whatever. It's just a matter of catching up to all of the stuff that I put off. Ow, that was my hand. I'm going to finish watching this YouTube video, which is about another 12 minutes, and then I'm going to play Uncharted for a little while this video finishes exporting, because it's going to take a while, and I don't want to hook my phone up to my Bluetooth keyboard right now, because I would have to move some stuff around, primarily my tablet, and if I move it too much, it's connected to a keyboard, and if the keyboard shifts ever so slightly, like if they normally rest like this, if the keyboard shifts just a little bit, it refreshes my screen and it will screw up the exporting of the video. I meant to move my tablet before I hit export, but I'm not smart enough for that, so yeah. But I am going to film a super quick Camp Nano thing about yesterday, and then I'm going to watch this video and then go into Uncharted, go from there. At some point I need to record a video for the proof mock-ups of Ashes in the Light, which, because by the time this video is uploaded, the video of the cover reveal will already be live. I'll go ahead and show you the cover. This is the, oops, damn it, this is the normal font mock-up. It's a little blurry. Well, for you, because it won't focus. It's not blurry IRL. It just hates me at the moment for one reason or another. That's okay. What if I turn my brightness up? No, I think that made it worse. It hates me. That's okay. What if I turn my brightness down? Oh. No, that's the large print. It's not blurry in real life. That's weird. My tablet always focuses on my phone, but I just about dropped my thing. And then I made some promotional stuff for Twitter, which is also blurry for you, but it's not blurry in real life. And then also a promotional one for the large font. But by the time this video goes up, you'll have already seen all of those, so I guess it doesn't matter if it doesn't focus on it. It's just a little weird, but, you know, whatever. I did end up using an online Photoshop thing, so it was my first time using that. It took a little while to get used to, but once I did, it wasn't too hard. Still took me over an hour, partially because of slow internet on just because when I first turn on the computer it's slow. But things went relatively well. So, I'm going to get into other stuff while this video is exporting. And then I'll get back to writing the time stopper once this video starts uploading. And then I'll see you guys in day 14's work in progress updates, whenever one of those occurs. Hey guys, so it is currently 11:21 in the morning, and it has been an odd morning. I will say first off that I have accomplished basically nothing when it comes to writing. I wrote 1,721 words in the time stopper. My wrist is killing me, my knuckles are killing me. My knuckles are so sore today that washing my hands hurts because the action of rubbing my hand over my knuckles is painful, which is cool. But I'm officially back here. I'm still planning on writing at some point, it's just right now it's not happening. Currently I'm going through one of the other Bo Austin Taylor documents, which is the painter at the moment, and doing the chapter outline thing on the document, just so that way I can easily navigate through the chapters eventually. The only Bo Austin document I've done it on previously is the one that I'm currently working on. So there are 14 books in the Bo Austin series and 7 books in the Bo Austin Taylor series that have no easily navigated document. I'm gonna do my best to remedy that in the following months. But I'm currently waiting for Kindle Creator, I think is what it's called, to install, so that way I can do something with the ebook for Ashes in the Light. It allows you to add pictures and images without worrying about totally screwing up your formatting for the ebook. So that is what I'm going to do if it ever downloads. Because I do like the little ghost and I like the chapter headers and all of that, and I don't want to get rid of those. So the plan is to download this because KDP provides it, and I'll let you know if it sucks or not, or at least for me. But that is the plan. I need to do the ebook so that way I can do the cover reveal, because when I do the cover reveal I do want to have pre-order available, and you can only pre-order an ebook through Amazon. So that's the plan. And then after the ebook is done, then I can do a cover reveal, then I can do an unboxing, which is truthfully just a review of KDP and their processes, but we're getting there. I just have a few things to do. I don't know when I will go to sleep. I'm not 100% tired right now. I've been going to sleep around 11 to 12, but I'm not tired. Like I said, it's been a weird morning. My mom got around to go to work, and then her car got stuck in the lane. As in, she didn't even make it to the road. Not because of snow this time, but because of water and wet gravel. And the road has a whole bunch of ruts in it and whatever, and it's about, half a mile, maybe? Yeah, a little over half a mile up to the paved road that way. So her car couldn't make it there. So she was here for several hours after that, and then my grandpa just took her in the pickup truck. And she's going to stay in town tonight, so that way she can go to work tomorrow too, without worrying about the bad roads or getting stuck or anything like that. Which is weird for me, because I have separation anxiety, so I don't know how sleep will go or anything like that. But we'll see. So, you know, it's been an odd morning. But I am going to finish up this, the painter's document outline thing, which is just a lot of Control-Alt-1, Control-Alt-2, Control-Alt-3 to make the headings, and then I'll be done. I'm currently only on page 82 out of 237 though, so it's taking a little while. The internet is still more or less warming up on the desktop, so some of the steps are a little slow, but that's okay. But outside of all of that, I am very excited to get into the ebook of Ashes in the Light. I still need to check over the proof copy as well, the paperback version, because I haven't done that yet, mostly because I'm waiting until I film the unboxing so that way the cover isn't bent and it doesn't look like it's been opened a lot. So I've been careful with it, and I've mostly just left it sitting in the living room. But hopefully I'll be able to do that today or tomorrow if this Kindle Create thing ever installs. But I will update you guys at some point, whether it be with more writing or once I accomplish something in Ashes in the Light or whatever. I'm going to do my best to meet my writing goal today, whether it be through the time stopper or research notes or anything of that nature. I'm not 100% sure. I would love to edit Man of Darkness before the end of the month because I would like to start a novella that relates to Man of Darkness for April Camp Nano, in addition to the next Bo Austin novel, the Lost City of Z thing, and another book. But we will see. If I get that edited, I'll be able to take notes on it and take notes on important details that will presumably be important to the novella as well. So I might also do that today instead and see what happens. Kind of considering rewriting that book again instead of doing an actual edit, because since the first time I didn't change sentence structure from the original present tense to the past tense, some of the sentences are so weird, and because they're already like that, I don't know how to fix them, and I don't know if rewriting it would make it easier or harder to do. But if I rewrite it again, it'll go towards my written count. If I edit it, it will go towards my edit count. We'll see, and I'll update you guys at some point. But for right now, I'm going to continue going through and doing this damn document outline so I have an easy way to navigate through this document. And then I will see you guys at some point, eventually, later on in the day. Alrighty, it is 2:17 p.m. I don't really feel tired, but I have a headache, and I'm hoping that sleep will help that. I got through the first several chapters of the Ashes in the Light ebook thing. At the moment, I'm not doing images in it. I am just separating it into chapters and part headers and all of that for the table of contents and going from there. It's relatively easy to do the formatting part, but I haven't tried many images yet. The only image I have put in the ebook through the Kindle Create thing is the cover, and I put that at the beginning. That's the only thing I've done so far, image-wise. Otherwise, I've just been doing the dedication and copyright, body text, all of that. Fun stuff. Super thrilling. But I have a few things to do out in the living room, and then I'm going to brush my teeth and go to bed. I don't know how sleep will go, I don't know how well sleep will go, and I don't know how easily it will come, or how long it will last. I'm hoping that it's one of those days where I don't sleep until like 10 p.m., because sometimes I overcompensate. And I'm also hoping that it's not one of those days where I'm up in like an hour. So I would like somewhere in the middle of that. But either way, I'm going to go do a few things in the living room, I'm going to brush my teeth, and then I'm going to head to bed and hope for the best. And then I'll see you later on in the day. When I wake up, I'm going to do stuff for the Time Stopper, I think. Work on some more writing there and see what happens. Hopefully, immediately after I wake up, my wrist will feel okay enough, and same with my knuckles. This hand seems to be worse. I think you can tell that, but I'm not 100% sure. But we'll see what happens, and I'll either update you on more ebook progress or Time Stopper progress once I wake up, but either way, I do still have writing to do today, so I'm going to do my best to start with the Time Stopper and see what happens. So, hopefully I will see you guys in a few hours, but not too few hours. Alrighty, it is actually a little after midnight on the 15th, but I'm going to go over the stuff for yesterday. After I woke up, I did work on the Time Stopper, which I just realized I have to click a different button to see. I added 2 entries there, so let me bring up a calculator and add those together really quick. So after I woke up, I added 709 words to the Time Stopper. Things were very, very slow. The characters are talking, it's just slow. But then I also tried to write an intro for the Lost City of Z book that I'll be writing in April. I think I've written at least 2, if not 3 or 4 entry or openings at this point, and I don't like any of them. It's really hard for me because I've never written an adventure novel. They're still going to be very character heavy and character driven, but they're still technically adventure novels, and it makes it relatively difficult for me to figure out how the hell to write an opening for it. So I wrote another 2 openings today that I don't like, but with those I wrote 682 words, which is the one that you can see up there at the top. it's not going great. But I did meet my word goal yesterday with 3,112 words altogether, so that is something. I can be back here in my mom's room as much as I need to today, the 15th, as in, because I think I said it already, but she's in town, and she will be until sometime tomorrow or today after work, so that way she can actually get to work without getting stuck on the road. So, hooray. Which means that if I want to, I can work on the Ashes in the Light ebook. I can also do the pre-order for that without having the ebook completely done, but I think I want to have the main formatting done first, and then I'll put that up, do the pre-order, do the cover reveal, do the unboxing, and then after that, then I'll go through and do the images and see what happens there. We'll see. But that's all I have at the moment. At some point, I'll probably move out into the living room and play a video game and do writing in between that. That is less stressful on my knuckles and my wrists than it is to type, but I still want to type. I just think I need to force myself to take a break that often, like every 15 minutes, so that way I have time to rest, because otherwise I don't take breaks. So, I think that's the plan, and then I will update you guys at some point for today's video. See what happens. But I do need to film a Camp Nano video super quick for the 14th, and then go from there. I'm hoping writing goes relatively well for the 15th. I'm hoping that I can start editing for the 15th, and I'm hoping that I finish the main layout of the ebook for the 15th. We will see. My eyes are killing me already, so I feel like I'm going to have to move at some point, walk around, do something other than sit at the computer, because it's actually been a few days since I've sat here in front of it, and I think the bigger screen is just really throwing me off compared to my tablet. But yeah, all thrilling stuff. But that is all I have for right now, and I will see you guys the next time I have an update for day 15. Hey guys, so I'm out in the living room, so if any birds start chirping, I do apologize. It is 8:55 in the morning, and I have actually hit my word goal for the day. I've been working on the time stopper, and I have written 3,014 words so far. It was very slow going, but I got there. At the moment, my plan is to go back into my mom's room and work on the ebook to Ashes in the Light for a little bit. I'm thinking of doing 15-minute segments like I do when I'm writing. That just has been very slow today because of my wrist. But I'm thinking of doing 15 minutes back there on the ebook and then 15 minutes in here, either writing or gaming or a combination of both. That's the plan. It keeps me up, it keeps me moving, and it keeps me not focused on just one thing. So we'll see. I think that's the plan. And then I will update you guys at some point in the day on ebook progress, edit progress, written progress, some sort of progress. Alright, so despite how badly I want to, I cannot add images to this. I have made my little ghost scene divider as small as possible, which in the book, and again I can show you the cover, in the book, I'm going to set my phone down for a second. Alright. In the book, he looks like this. He's very small, but he's there, he's noticeable, and he's pretty clear. I can't do that up here. No matter what I do, even the smallest size, I literally did like 0.02 of an inch or something like that. It still seemed too big. And in the book, he's 0.5 inches wide, I think, or something like that. So, whatever. But I do have it on view here using the Kindle Create thing. You can preview it using a tablet, a phone, or a Kindle e-reader. And you can also view it in landscape or portrait. I'm going to stick with tablet. I personally use Kindle on my iPad on the rare occasion that I'm willing to read an ebook. But then you can go through and flip through pages, and I haven't done that yet. I can't change the contents the table of contents, the way it's organized, if I let them make it instead of let me make it. Which if I had known that at the beginning, I would have done the table of contents in my Microsoft Word page, because I would have made it more organized. Like, I would have these separated up here. This would be its own section. There would be an enter here. This would be its own section. There'd be an enter here. So on and so forth. It would look neater, I think, if it was spaced out more. But you can't do that on here, on the table of contents. You can change this stuff everywhere else, but not there, because I don't know. But there's my table of contents. There's my title page, dedication, copyright, social media stuff, part 1 of the book, and then we go into the chapters. So, hooray. With these, they're actually blue. I don't know if you can tell that on the camera. I don't think you can. But all of the other text is just black. But it was relatively easy to do. Again, I just wish I had known at the beginning that with the table of contents, that I couldn't change the way this is organized. But otherwise, I don't mind it too much. Like, yeah, clicking it just takes you to the thing. Because I'm pressing enter right now and it's not, you can't do anything. But I'm going to save it, which I just did, and then I want to go here, and at the end I would love to add some stuff on a new page, like a QR code for the book merch, and then a link to the Goodreads page for this, and a link to the Amazon page for this. I won't be able to do the Amazon one until I do the pre-order thing though. So, same with Goodreads. So I need to do those first, and I just have to have them put into the book before March 22nd, I think. So that's the plan, but I am going to take a break here. I'm just going to exit out of this. I'm going to go back and play Far Cry for a little bit, and then I'm going to either get back to writing or start an edit of something and go from there. Alrighty, so it is 2:06 in the morning on the 16th, but I'm just going to talk about the few things that I did on the 15th that I didn't talk about here. I didn't do anything else in the time stopper since the last time I saw you, but I did write 399 words in a loose script for a Man of Darkness video that I filmed, and along with the Man of Darkness video, I started edit 1.5 of Man of Darkness, which is explained in more detail in the beginning to end series thing, but the short version is that I'm not ready for edit 2, which is Grammarly, and in edit 1 I didn't change a lot of sentence structures from their previous present tense forms. So like the verbs are past tense, but the sentences are still structured as if they're present tense sentences, and I need to change that, and that's what edit 1.5 is mostly going to be about. But outside of that, I don't think I did anything drastic. I put book merch up on Redbubble, one for Ashes in the Light, so that way I can add it to a collection, and then I can link the collection at the end of the ebook, which is something. It's a step in the right direction, if nothing else. But I think that's about it. At the moment I am warming up something for food, because I slept through supper. I didn't go to sleep until like 4, and then I was up every like half hour up until the point that my mom got home, in which case I slept more soundly. Again, separation anxiety. And then after I woke up at 10, I came in here and took like a 2-hour nap because I was miserable. So I feel more awake now, which is a plus. But that's all I have. I need to check what I filmed for Camp Nano yesterday, and then I need to film Camp Nano video, and then I need to film a Man of Darkness video, and then I'll be able to get into writing. My internet seems to be working better, so I should be able to upload the 2 videos that were supposed to go up yesterday, one being a gaming video, which is already uploaded. I just need to make it public, but I couldn't do it yesterday because of my internet. And then I'll be able to edit more videos as well. So I'll be doing a whole bunch of stuff throughout the morning, along the lines of writing, editing, video editing, so on and so forth. But either way, I will update you guys at some point for day 16.